boy. But it's okay. What's up, y'all? I don't got no earrings on. But how you wear a hat to the back with earrings in the first place? Look, I just got up on here. That's what I done did. I done got up on here. Alright, so it's your girl Killer Cat, aka K Love in the building. Hey, tell me how you feeling. Also known as your sovereign celestial empress, empress, or emperor, whatever you prefer. Also known as your cosmic sovereign celestial judge. And we are doing cosmic court today, babies. Today. Cosmic court is happening today. Also, I'm gonna be doing the spiritual support group. It's gonna be at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 8 p.m. East Coast Time. So if you want to join the spiritual support group, I'm going to add the information in the description box below the video when I finish. What's up, Malaysia? I'm going to add the information later, and I'm also going to put it in my community tab. But I am scheduling a spiritual support. Well, it's a Goddess and God X and God support group. So we're supporting each other as sovereign beings. Okay? Okay. So with that, without further ado, court is now in session. Let's get a vibe check for collective. What's your current energy right now? We got a lot of changes, a lot of stuff going on. Okay. So baby, trust me, I'm already know we're going through a lot. Okay, we're going through a lot. I already understand that. Okay. But Spirit is wanting you to be the light. So I did my little hair, y'all, but I didn't do my edges. We got some real natural edges. I look like a little boy and a little girl. I'm really channeling that androgynous energy. But anyways, let's see what's going on here. What's the vibe check for collective? I feel like spiritually you having to shine your light right now. Spirit wants you to turn it up, don't turn it down. Spirit may also want you to be silent and observe. Maybe you're being more detached. You're not saying anything. I'm hearing you don't have to have, not everything deserves an emotional reaction. We have rise above, confidence and self-awareness. Okay, so be conscious about how you're communicating. I feel like you could be having conversations that are elevating, helping others. So I'm saying right now, it's not the time to be going down into the toxic energy, because that's what dims your light. It's the time to be aware of how you're communicating right now, especially with this Mercury retrograde, as to not create confusion or cast illusions. Okay, so be very intentional about what you're saying. You know, some of y'all may be feeling like, oh, well, I didn't say that. Yeah, be intentional about what you're saying and who you're saying it to. Very important lesson. Okay, very important lesson. All right, and this is even going to be going into the next year. Pay attention to what you're saying, because whatever you say is what you're going to have. If you say, oh, I'm having a bad day, well, that's what the kind of day you're going to have. So you have to be aware of what you're speaking into your life and what you're allowing into your life. Now, there is also this energy where I'm picking up currently. You may have triggered somebody, or somebody may have triggered you based off of what they said. So you could be having conversations around how somebody has communicated. For example, if somebody triggered you, that's why it's important to be aware of what you're saying, because you don't know what other people are going through. You may be thinking like, oh, I said what I need to say, or I had to get this off my chest or whatever. Meanwhile, somebody going through some shit, somebody dealing with some shit, and you just talking. Thank you, Knockout. Knockout says, still look good though. Let me stop. I'm a goofball, y'all. I got an Aries moon. Aries is funny as hell. If they open up to you and they really get to know you, they're funny as fuck. Like this video for me as well. But here's what I'm getting here. That there could be, so if you trigger somebody or somebody triggered you, yeah, there's going to be a conversation about it. Spirit is definitely encouraging you to be aware of what you're saying. Again, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what kind of news they may have gotten before you. So if Spirit tell you to zip it, shut your mouth. If Spirit tell you to shut the fuck up, you just gonna have to shut the fuck up. Or unless you're gonna argue with somebody, or unless you want to make a small problem a big problem. Yeah, your higher self is saying that there's balance coming into a situation, or something will be balanced out in regards to illusions, or maybe you said something but you didn't really mean it that way. So there are some conversations being had. That's what I see for your overall energy. This is like conversations. This is also thinking smarter. Okay? You're not the only one, Aries moon. Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you're starting to heal. There's a level of healing coming into play. So I am seeing, like, if you did come at somebody crazy or somebody came at you crazy, it's working out for a bigger, like, there's more to it than that. There's more to it than that. This may be triggering some conversations. So, for example, you could say something to somebody, you don't mean it a certain way, but they going through something, or they, you know what I'm saying, have something going on with them. And they may say, like, I did not like how you said that. I did not like, and you'll be like, okay, why? How did you, ooh, ooh. And then they'll open up and say, well, this is why. I didn't like how you talked to me today because I've already gone through shit today. I had a bad day today. Or my boss went off on me. I lost my job. That's why I didn't like how you came at me, because you don't understand. You didn't understand, but that's what I was going through. This is going to give you a different perspective. This triggering moment, this anxiety, fear, or anger is going to give you a moment to go within yourself and be like, damn, I really got to check how I'm talking to people. I got to check what I'm saying. I have to be conscientious of what I'm saying, because just because I'm saying it a certain way and I think that it's being conveyed a certain way does not mean that it is. That's what I'm getting. A lot of energy around mental conversations, communication here. Okay, but I do feel like this is leaving room to put down burdens of unhealed wounds and to come into union with a fresh start, to have a fresh start. So if you're currently in a disagreement with somebody right now, like they came at you, they said something specifically in regards to communication, like you got into an argument with somebody recently, or you said something and rubbed somebody the wrong way, there is an opportunity to put down the burdens and heal and have a fresh start. Okay, I'm hearing that option is on the table, but it's moving past the trigger. The trigger only helped to bring a level of understanding, because if you hadn't said what you said, this person hadn't said what they said, you wouldn't have let them know. So this is also like somebody here holding in a lot and not saying what's wrong with them, and they were just gonna keep doing that. They was just gonna keep doing that. So like I said, be aware of what you're saying. But for some of you guys, the conversations that you're having, if you're in a disagreement with somebody, or if you had a fight, an argument, or whatever the case may be, even if it was a small argument or a disagreement, that's giving space to release these emotions. Somebody's holding in their emotions and they're not wanting to express how they really feel. And so they're more likely to get triggered. So if you're not expressing how you really feel, if you're not saying what's really how you feel and being intentional about whatever you're saying, you're more likely to get triggered at this time. That's what I'm seeing. And if you're a very expressive person that's not really thinking about what you're saying, or you not putting thought before saying certain things, you're more likely to trigger. All right, that's what I'm seeing here. There's a lot of emotional highs happening right now. Let's see what's going on in the energy. Let's just see what all this is breaking down to. So even situations that you feel there's a disagreement, there's argument, or I'm not seeing eye to eye with somebody, I feel like that even that's working out in your favor. I'm seeing that people just got to communicate. They just got to communicate their desires. They got to say what it is and what it ain't. And that's what will start to manifest. When you communicate, I was talking to my little yeah. Shout outs to my little yeah. I don't think my little yeah watching. But shout out to my little yeah. Because my little yeah had told me, like, okay, you just got to say what you want. You got to let motherfuckers know what you want. Tell them what you desire. Be honest. And I was like, you're right. So that's what I'm seeing here as well, is that when you take the leap of faith to express what you desire, to communicate what you desire, to take action on what it is that you want, that's how it starts to manifest. It's not going to manifest until you say it, until you speak it out. You said, I want to move. I want a new job. Until you acknowledge, because the act of communicating or expressing your feelings means that you've already come into agreement or alignment with the feelings within yourself, first and foremost. You've already said, you know what? I'm not happy with this job. So when you say, I want a better job, you've already communicated. You're basically communicating that you've already accepted or agreed within yourself that something is not whatever is happening or whatever you're dealing with is not exactly what you want it to be. This is about getting things into alignment. So your words and your actions being in alignment. Because if your words, your feelings, and your actions being in alignment. Because you could say, oh, I don't want a new job. I like it here. But really you be feeling and thinking like, nah, I need something better. That's what I'm getting here. This is about coming into alignment with your thoughts, feelings, and your actions. Tell me more about Rise Above. Yeah, we have the Hierophant. Tell me more about Rise Above with Mercury. So a lot of people could be going through learning lessons right now. And the only way that it's going to feel difficult is if you're not open to learning. Yeah, and I'm seeing here, we got the Hierophant, the Justice with the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like maybe this is a lesson that you're learning to be more balanced, to make something right or fair, to balance out some energy here in order to get the wheel turning, okay? So that you can have clarity. So this is that energy, justice energy is your thoughts. Wheel of Fortune could be Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus energy with Hierophant Taurus energy. I'm kind of seeing here that once you learn how to balance things out, or once you learn how to bring balance to your actions, bring intention, that's when you're going to realize that the clarity will come. Things will start to balance out. It's really not that hard to balance things out. The things that get in the way of you balancing things out is like pride, ego, not wanting to admit that you're not happy, or not wanting to admit that you want to make amends with a certain person. That's what will start to fuck up your manifestations. So something is working out in your favor because you've communicated something, and you've also allowed yourself to be in agreement with what you're feeling and thinking instead of fighting. A lot of people feel one way and then they think another, or they fight their thoughts. They don't say what they really feel type shit. I feel like some burdens are being lifted from you right now. So something could have definitely triggered you to take these triggers with a grain of salt. What's up, Miss Amelia? Amelia, take these triggers with a grain of salt. Take these triggers with a grain of salt here. And like I said, even with the situation where I said Miss Amelia, not trying to put you on blast, Amelia, but Amelia has already communicated to me that she's like, hey girl, you can just call me by my name. You don't got to say Miss in front of it. And that could be things like that, not to put you on the spot, or but just using it as a real life example is like, sometimes we don't understand how we can trigger people, or we can, not saying that was a trigger for you personally, Amelia, I'm just using it as an example, but there can be triggers in the words that we say, and we have to be, again, thinking before we say things, because if we just go off and just say it and don't correct ourselves, you're triggering something. You may be triggering something in another person. If somebody says, hey, I don't want to be called this. Don't call me by my childhood nickname. This is what I want to go by. And you keep calling somebody by their childhood nickname. Meanwhile, you may realize that when people called them by their childhood nickname, they were getting teased. That's what they're associating that memory. Whatever you're saying, that's what they're associating that with. They got teased. Or whatever nickname they had, that's when somebody who was abusing them would call them that nickname. So you kind of have to understand, when people tell you how they want to be addressed, how they want to be treated, you have to respect that. Okay? You've got to respect that. Because you never know what somebody is going through, or what somebody has gone through as a result, or why they want to be addressed a certain way, or why they want to, if somebody says, don't talk to me like that, talk to me nice. It's not them saying that you got to change who you are. It's saying, be aware that I'm a sensitive person. Be aware that I'm a sensitive person. Be aware that your words hold weight. You may not feel like your words hold weight. You may not feel like what you're saying is affecting me, but you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I went through. You don't know what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm getting here. So words are very important. They're very powerful. Be aware of what you're saying right now. And I believe that Mercury is in Capricorn right now. Mercury is in Capricorn right now. So this is talking about Capricorn rules, like Saturn rules over Capricorn. And Saturn rules over limitations, restrictions, and karmic energy. But a lot of people are like, oh, Saturn, restrictions, limitations. Those limitations are good. Those are like signs that say slow down, reduce your speed. Because up ahead, there's about to be a turn. And if you keep going at the speed that you're going, you're going to crash out. So the reason why there's so I'm not saying that you can't say and express yourself, but there's a limit. There's a limit that you're needing to have right now, as it pertains to how you address people, how much information you say, what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be, and also Mercury is retrograde. So it's saying slow down and think about why you're feeling the restriction, why you feel like you should be not saying something, maybe not talking, not speaking, let you know, because there's a restriction happening. It's on purpose. It's like a sign that says slow down. Slow down. Take your time. Don't rush to speak or say something. Listen. Don't talk over nobody. Listen. And I do that. I sometimes talk over people, and you know, I got to work on it. But that's what I'm kind of picking up, is like the communication right now is very important, because also when you slow down, you can catch certain things. You may be like, well, what's the answer to this? And what does this mean? And what does that mean? Because you're trying to go too quick. You're trying to get the information too quick. You're trying to be on some shit too quickly. Sometimes there's a need to slow down, even with your own internal thoughts. You thinking too quickly. You trying to come up with an answer too quickly, and meanwhile the answer is right in your face, but whole time you sitting up here passing by the signs. You know what I'm saying? Then you crash out and realize I could have did it differently. I could have been more efficient or effective. So slow down. Slow down. Listen to understand, not just to respond. Hear what somebody has to say. Speak slowly. Communicate slowly. Just because you have something important to say doesn't mean that if you say it slowly that it's not going to still resonate. And this goes for yourself as well. I feel like there's some level of rebalance happening emotionally, where you're putting down the burdens here and you're allowing your desires to come into fruition. So, for example, if you arguing with your man or your woman and you just really want to get your point across, you gonna make the situation more inflated. You're going to make the situation more agitated. Besides, okay, we're arguing. They want to walk away. So it's like the classic example when it's like, you know, you arguing with somebody and you want to keep talking about it because you want them to understand your point. And this person is like, I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm good. I just want to go and gather, collect my thoughts. Just give me a minute. If somebody tells you that, it's right to respect that. Why? Because it's the energy of, this person may be dealing with a lot emotionally and you're adding on to it. And then if you keep following them around trying to argue, well, no, this conversation's not done. Now they gonna flash on your ass. Now they gonna flash on your ass. You see what I'm saying? Now your feelings is hurt. Now you scared. Now you triggered. Now you more mad. Because your point didn't get across and you got cussed out. So that's why it's important to take your time. If somebody's telling you now's not the time, don't say this right now. Talk to me nice, whatever. Take a minute, take a second to realize, okay, why would this person be saying that? Why would they be telling me, you know? And even with yourself, if your mind is telling you, slow down, back up, do something else, you too focused on this, that, and that, take a break from that and go do what you need to do. Okay, it's important to listen to yourself. So that way you don't fuck your own shit up. That way you don't fuck your own shit up. And then be like, damn, I should have just did this. Well, now it's a shoulda, coulda, woulda situation. All right, we have the Empress with the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like there may be some rebalancing as it pertains to communication. I feel burdens are being reversed. I feel that you're having clarity about where you need to balance things out emotionally for yourself and with other people, where you need to give people time, where you may need to not put so much pressure, right? And then release the burden. And that's when things will start to come into place. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles. This is you being invested in your long-term goals, but not having to, but it's coming towards you easy now. Six of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. Whereas before you was working really hard and you wasn't seeing the results. And then when you put your hands up and you was like, you know what, I'm going to ease off the gas. Boom, now the shit, here it is. Right in your face. Everything that you've been wanting and wishing for. As soon as you stop stressing out about it, as soon as you release the tension, now it's coming through. Funny how that works. When we take when we put in the work and then take a step back, it starts working itself out. And you don't have to do too much. Okay? What's the burdens reverse? What's the burdens reverse with Chiron? So this is like inner wounds. Yeah, we have the Sun card, Leo energy. We got Taurus, Libra energy. Okay, but with the Sun card here, this is like the burdens reversed are because you're starting to see things for what it is. You're starting to see things for what they are. Yeah. The Tower tried to pop up. You're starting to see things for what they are. You may be having some realizations right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you could take a step back and not be so focused on the outcome that you want, you can really see things for what they are. Okay? This is about being authentic. So I'm seeing that the burdens are coming reversed because you're being more authentic with yourself. You're being more authentic with yourself. You're giving more of yourself into situations where you felt like, oh, I'm not going to give myself. I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to do that. And this is becoming a victory. So this could be around friendships, relationships. You may have people reaching out to you more. You may have people wanting to communicate because you're being authentic. You're putting yourself out there. So for some of you guys, this Chiron energy, the wounds that you dealt with, could be that you're afraid to be yourself because in the past when you were naturally who you are authentic to yourself, people didn't accept it, they didn't like it. Now you're looking back and being like, wow, when I am myself, I attract the most genuine offers. This is you having some level of healing and being able to start again. So this is like, okay, yeah, I might have got triggered by when I was being authentic before. People didn't accept me, or people didn't reciprocate that authentic energy. Okay, but now that you're looking at it, you're like, you know what? But I can come out of a conflict. I can heal. I know that I have a genuinely good personality, a good soul. This is also friends becoming friends again, or communities becoming communities again, because people are taking a look at themselves. Instead of blaming other people, instead of projecting your insecurities, people are really starting to take a look at themselves right now. So that trigger, that insecurity that got brought up, it wasn't to hurt your feelings. It wasn't to, it wasn't to punish you. It was to allow you to take the time and space to analyze yourself. Analyze yourself. Okay? That's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm seeing. So sometimes spirit will tell you to put your hands up. Stop trying to push or pull. Just sit still and put your hands up. And shit will start to work out how it's supposed to. Even if it looks like it's not working out at first. This is the energy of putting your hands up. Okay? I see a lot of conflict resolution. I see a lot of things starting to heal within friendships, family, dynamics, co-workers, whatever. Your immediate physical environment, who you build and talk to on the daily. I see energy healing. Being able to heal and work together. But it's only going to work if each individual takes a look at themselves. Okay, it's not going to work if somebody's projecting or trying to be right or not wanting to face their own situation. Okay, yeah, I see friendships being mended right now, connections being mended, people deciding to put in the work here instead of just continuously projecting, instead of continuously trying to wear a mask. I feel like there's a level of understanding. Yeah, Ace of Swords, the truth. I feel like there's some sudden truth here. There may be somebody here that started some shit in a friend group. Somebody was being messy, starting shit, talking to multiple different people. And I feel like this person is really guarded against actually having stability. Whoever this is that's going back and forth talking and start stirring shit, they actually are guarded against having stable relationships. So this could be somebody here who, you know, when a relationship or friendship, whatever, starts to get grounded, they got to stir some shit up because they're used to that dynamic. All right, maybe this person is realizing this about themselves. Yeah, I feel like the truth is coming out. People are starting to tell the truth or say the truth. Ace of Swords with the Ace of Wands. Being more honest, being genuine. All right. But it starts off with self. Okay. And not everybody's going to start being genuine to you the moment that you decide to be genuine. It's not, but the people who are ready to be genuine and are ready to be honest, you'll attract those people easier. So this is to me like not forcing certain situations, not being disappointed that things didn't work out and you wasted your time and it wasn't long term because you didn't have patience, because you were confused about what was going on. This is more so the energy of like having absolute clarity right now. I feel like the clarity is right there. Even though it's the Mercury retrograde and people say things are not what it seems to be, I feel like this is actually a moment for things to be cleared up. To revisit conversations and different dynamics, to prepare to work together with others by first of all checking yourself. being clear about what you need to balance out. And then it being shown into your outer reality. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. That's the current energy. All right, let's see what the judges have to say. The Cosmic Council. And then we're going to close out. So if you need me and you want me to put it on you, because I love you, and don't you forget what I would be without my baby. Cause every thug needs a lady. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see what's going on. What are the cosmic judges having to say about the current energy here? Again, like I said, we will be doing the God, Goddess, Godex support group. I am going to be posting that information in the description box below when I finish this live. And we're going to do it in about another 2 more hours. So I'm going to go on TikTok and let everybody on TikTok know as well. All right. Tell me more. What is the cosmic judges saying about this current energy? What are the cosmic judges, cosmic council? What do they have to say? Okay, we have the King of Wands. King of Wands energy is harnessing your power, preparing to take an action. The King of Wands is action-oriented. They go and get what they want. King of Wands with the Ace of Wands. My bad, y'all. I feel like I got a hair in the back of my throat. Let me drink some water. Okay, so this King of Wands energy, Spirit is saying go after what you want. They're saying that this Hermit energy is coming to an end. You being like, yes, enjoy the rest of this staying to yourself, but what you want is out there. All you have to do is take the action, have to start. So they're saying that, you know, take the action. Take the action. And as soon as you take the action, you get the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like this is more about presence. A lot of us get caught up in our mind, but Spirit is saying that what you want is already there. You just have to take the action. You got to go put yourself out there. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to go, because I feel like the feminine energies are definitely still in hermit mode. Maybe they're resting. But Spirit is saying it's time to take the action. Even if it is a Mercury retrograde, it's time to take the action here. Some of y'all, I'm feeling like some of y'all could be wanting to start families. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, or starting your long-term goals. So Spirit is saying, yeah, and the Queen of Wands. King of Wands, Ace of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Definitely giving starting a family. Or starting something long-term, working on your long-term goals. Okay, take actions on your plans. Or at least plan out your actions. What you're about to do before you do it. Okay, we do got the Devil card that tried to pop out. This is more so getting stuck in a routine, doing the same things over and over again. Spirit says you got to shake it up. Because you've already thought about what you want to do. You've already put in a lot of effort into thinking. Maybe you do need to take a little bit more time to finalize your plans before you do it. But Spirit says you put enough thought into what you want. You've put enough thought into it. Maybe you may need to go over the plan, reiterate to yourself. But Spirit is saying it's time to take the action. Don't be afraid right now. 3 of Wands, Lord of established strength. You've established your strength already. You've already, you know, established your strength in certain situations. Then we have the Lover's card. Yep. So this could be about a love situation or a mirror. You've already established the strength to learn how to mirror the reality that you want with the Lovers. The Lovers talks about a mirror. This is the divine masculine, divine feminine energy mirroring each other. So you've already established strength and being able to mirror your divine masculine and feminine within yourself and externally here with the Sun card. You've had some sort of realization. Okay, you've learned, you see what you needed to learn. I don't feel like spiritually you should be confused. You've already seen something for what it is, or you see something for what it is. You understand the different dynamics of mirroring. So if you come from a low vibrational frequency, you know from your experience that you're going to attract a low vibrational frequency. If you come from a frequency of being open, honest, you know that you'll be able to receive and reflect. It'll be reflected back to you. Yeah, I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, Spirit is saying like you ready for union. You may be ready for union. And this union does not just have to be on a strictly physical level. This is a spiritual union. Like, I feel like Spirit is saying, okay, you're ready for union. Go ahead and take the action. Go ahead and establish your goals. Go ahead and take action on your plan or start planning. Okay? Spirit is saying it's time now. Maybe you had to be patient and wait, but Spirit is saying it's time now. You can do it now. We're creating the space for you. You got the lesson. Yeah, Four of Wands. This is like having, I'm telling you, this is union. So for those of you who, you know, like your wish fulfillment is right there. The Nine of Cups is popping up twice. Your wish fulfillment is right there. Spirit is now just waiting for you. Spirit is now just waiting for you to take the action and move forward, because your wish fulfillment is coming in quickly. It's already stabilizing into your material reality here. So you may be feeling a sense of peace, calmness, tranquility. You're not feeling all like scatterbrained anymore. It's because you did the work. And the work sometimes is not doing anything at all. Sometimes the work is releasing. Sometimes in order to receive what you want, you don't have to go and keep working hard till you pass out. No, sometimes the work is just releasing and allowing. And I feel like you've shifted something by releasing and allowing, and this has opened the door for you to take a leap of faith, or to start building up your long-term goals. Six of Wands here. Success, Lord of Victory. You have successfully gotten unstuck from a certain mindset. You have successfully released something. You have successfully released some sort of oppression or burdens here. Okay? And it started because you went within. It started because you start asking yourself, what is it that I need to shift in my life? That's what I'm seeing here. Yep, we got the Lovers again. Yeah. So there's a victory happening with the love situation right now, because you let the situation unfold how it was supposed to. You listened to your intuition. You figured out how to mirror whatever you need to mirror. So now you're not going to be pressed. Some of you guys were pressed at one point in time. You was pressed about a relationship or pressed about a situation. You're no longer pressed about it no more. You're not pressed about it. And why you're not pressed about it is because you've allowed it to be what it is. You're like, okay, this is what it is. I'm going to allow it to be what it is. And now it's starting to work out. It's like the moment that you stop focusing on how am I going to get this money? How am I going to do this? All of a sudden, it comes. All of a sudden, there it is. When you stop worrying about, oh, is this person going to text me back? Now they text me. Now they're hitting you up. It's because you stopped worrying about it. You stop worrying about it. You stop putting it as, you know what I'm saying? You stop putting it as, you start focusing on other things. And there's a difference between, distracting yourself and just allowing things to flow. That comes with the intention. If your intention is, I got to get this person off my mind, or this situation off my mind, I'm going to go do this. Obviously, that's the energy of running away from your problems, not addressing it. But once you sit and you like, okay, I'm going to address it, and I'm going to be okay with whatever the outcome is, that's when things can start flowing. So this is the energy of things flowing. But you have to slow down and let things flow, so that you can be led to the action that you're needing to take to get where you got to go. So I'm very proud of y'all, collective. It seems like you're doing exactly what you need to be doing right now. I really love that for y'all. With that being said, this is the end of the reading. Tap in with me in 2 more hours. We're going to do the support group. I'm going to do it on Zoom. Check the community tab. I'm going to post it in there. I love you guys. Mwah. If you need to reach me, hit me up. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.